Last episode we proved offline that the agent is good, but the second it runs unattended in production, two things go wrong fast. And one of them is your bill. Cost first. A React loop resends growing history every turn, so its context grows roughly quadratically. In a chat, you'd notice and stop it. In CI, nobody's there. It's a taximeter with no driver, and a runaway job quietly burns your whole API budget. So you wire in a hard fare cap, token ceilings, auto compaction before the window fills, and budget checks before expensive operations. Then quality, and this one surprises people. The context window is not a fuel tank that runs perfectly until empty. Quality degrades well before the limit. Looping, hallucination, malformed tool calls start showing up around 40% full. That's the dumb zone. The lesson: keep working context lean, not just under the limit. Now deployment. Agents commit fast. One session can produce 30 to 60 commits. If Git is wired straight to CI, that's 30 to 60 builds. So real teams, the Stripe and Shopify pattern, never give agents write access to pipeline triggering branches. Agents work on scratch branches with auto deploy off, then squash merge for human review and observability. Traditional monitoring logs post checkout 200-342 milliseconds. Useless here because the agent's value lives in the conversation itself. A trace has to preserve the full prompt and response pairs, the multi-turn context, and the trajectory with nested tool spans. Flatten that and you lose the structure that explains what happened. Let me show you the whole production loop as one diagram. How a single run becomes the data that makes the next version better. Start at a sandboxed run, the same Docker isolation from evaluation, now in production. The agent does its work inside the box. That run emits a traced trajectory, full conversation, nested tool spans every turn. Off to the side, a token budget meter ticks up with a hard ceiling line. Cross it and the job stops gracefully. A sampler taps 10 to 20% of live traffic and runs online evals on just that slice. Real signal without paying to grade everything. High value traces route into an annotation queue where humans label them, and those labels feed back into datasets. Production traffic becomes training and test data. The loop closes. Off the main flow, the CI lane, the agent's commits land on a scratch branch, isolated from the auto-deploy pipeline. Then a squash merge gate hands the change to a human before anything ships to production. So the agent runs cheaply, safely, and learns from its own traffic. Next episode, we push that idea all the way. Agents that improve themselves, writing their own skills, curating their own memory. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.